nervous. I won't need a break. Mama clicked her tongue.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've just been going over the books.
She conjured a mechanical pencil out of thin air and made a note in the margins of the paper in front of her just to prove her point. Leo copied Mama's hand motion, a pinch of her fingers and a flick of her wrist, imagining that she too had the bruja power of manifestation. Second-born daughters in the family, like Mama, and like Leo's 16-year-old sister Marisol, could make small objects appear and disappear as easily as firstborns could manipulate emotions, and thirdborns could communicate with spirits from el otro lado. As the fourth-born daughter, the first of her kind in generations of Rose Hill Brujas, Leo didn't yet know exactly what her special power would be, though she suspected it might have something to do with her ability to see the veil between this world and el otro lado. She had discovered that power in January, when her friend Caroline had accidentally thrown open a gate between the world of the living and the world of the dead. The problem was, being able to see the veil wasn't the most exciting kind of power. Sometimes, if Leo concentrated really hard, she could find the shadowy, shimmery veil and poke her fingers through it. But it wasn't nearly as useful a power as making objects from nothing.
I know I can be a real baker,
Leo said, eyes on the oven door. Everyone else helped in the kitchen, even Marisol, who hated spending time away from her friends, and Alma and Belén, who were still in 9th grade. Just because she was young didn't mean she couldn't do the same. Mama was giving Leo a chance to prove that she was old enough to take on more responsibility. It was the chance Leo had been waiting for. She just hadn't realized it would be so scary. Mama reached across the gap between the stools to give Leo's shoulder a squeeze.
Always in such a hurry to grow up, she said. Then she jumped to her feet. Well, come on. We've left a mess, and real bakers clean up after themselves.
By the time Leo had wiped her workspace, washed and dried all her dishes, and returned everything to its proper place, the air was thick with its normal daytime smell of warm yeast and flour. She paced in front of the glass oven door as her timer ticked down, peeking in at the lonely-looking tray in the big empty belly of the oven. She let out a squeal of excitement when she finally pulled out the tray and saw 6 beautiful golden bolillos, the crusty bread that made for a perfect side dish as well as the very best sandwiches.
They look wonderful,
Mama confirmed, and she picked up one of the small hot loaves with her bare hand, something Leo would have gotten in trouble for.
Ready to try it?
She ripped the bolillo in half and offered one steaming end to Leo. On Mama's nod, Leo bit into her piece, teeth crunching through the outside and sinking into the soft middle. Buttery, fresh, and hot, the bolillo tasted like victory on her tongue.
Well,
Mama said, chewing thoughtfully,
I'd be a fool to argue with that. Consider yourself eligible for back-of-the-house shifts. You can start tomorrow morning if you like.
Leo leaped into the air, bread raised in triumph. Tomorrow was Saturday, which meant she had 2 full weekend days to practice working alongside her sisters. She was going to be an expert baker in no time. Mama held up a warning finger.
You'll start off slow. Bolillos only for now, and just a couple of batches at a time.
Her face stayed stern for 3 seconds before softening.
Good job, Hita.
Thank you.
Leo couldn't wait to get home and tell her sisters. Isabel would be proud like Mama, and Alma and Belén would claim not to be surprised. Marisol might pretend to wonder why anyone would celebrate having more work to do, but she'd probably be happy to swap baking for Leo's shifts at the register in the front of the bakery. Leo nibbled her bread, while Mama shut down the oven for the night, her heart glowing like the fading light of the oven heating coils. But after her third bite, her jubilation faded. Something tasted...